Hello, listeners.
Hi there, dudes and dudettes. We're gonna party hardy like it's $16.99.
You're doing better. That's better than the last time you did the intro.
I am your godfather, Jeremy. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, Jeremy. Wait, are you saying you are the father?
I'm
Jeremy?
every listener's godfather.
Jeremy is the name of the Godfather, or are you talking to every Jeremy out in the
Every Jeremy listener.
Okay, Jeremy. Okay, got it.
You're out there. I'm your godfather.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our episode of anime.
Animes.
Jeez, that was a weird sentence to get out.
Oh
my gosh. You know, this is the moment where you're trying to like acclimate your mind to be in the podcast zone, and like it's just not going
Some
there.
days are easier than others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's like
Here, will this help?
Yeah, hey, I'm in, dude. I'm in 100%.
For anyone watching, that works.
I'm super in.
He's locked in.
Yes. So if you are listening to this episode, you're probably wondering, hey, where was our Friday episode? And you probably know by now, but we'll be streaming every other week.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yes. So you get to see our faces go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm playing a video game.
Yeah. Just like that, man.
That's exactly.
Oh, I'm playing a video game. Yeah.
I'm playing a video
Just
game.
like that. We are going to be working our way through Kadelka and
I cannot
maybe
wait.
something else. I'm not sure. But our videos are on YouTube, our live streams. So if you didn't catch the live stream, go and watch the video on YouTube, and you can keep up with us. So it's
there.
not like you would, if you miss it, it's gone. It's there.
And if I have time, I will cut up some of the videos as well, make like shorter, like 10, 15 minute episode ones instead of something that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever we end up doing. So
we're going to try and stream for 2 hours. We'll see how long we go for, but that's why there's only one episode this week. So just a quick housekeeping. Other than that, I just wanted to say, since we aren't doing a video game episode this week, that I did a 100% playthrough of A Link to the Past, which is very short, actually. So that was
A
fun.
Link to the Past,
the Super Nintendo Zelda.
Super Nintendo Zelda. Wow.
It is the best Zelda, and that is irrefutable.
It is actually the shittiest one.
No, it is. It is untouchable, man. That game is perfect. Outside of some wonky pathing, because it's not really super free choice on the dungeon order, but it's really, really, really good.
I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't beaten it, so I can't say anything about it. Because that's like, I don't know. I feel like they've had to have made better ones than the SNES one, right?
In terms of that's a conversation we can have. And
it's a conversation.
To really have that full conversation, we should probably understand how we're coming at it. And I'm okay to have it right now, so we don't need to spend too long on it. But when that one came out, I think that is way more important to the Zelda franchise than any other Zelda that came out, even Ocarina of Time. How that moved the formula of the old 16-bit like NES Zelda and Zelda 2, and how it like solidified the approach of dungeon item, boss, and have like a group to go unlock a final area. That is pretty freaking cool and pretty incredible.
Was that like common back in the day though? No. So they were kind of pioneers of that.
The quality is
super common now. So
I mean, it's common because Zelda did it.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So like they were the ones. They were the first ones that did it.
Now, if you're coming at this from what was that?
They were the first ones to do it.
Well, yeah.
Kinda.
They kind of created. I think they kind of created that style of adventure, but Nintendo made a lot of things really popular, to be honest, in that time frame. So that was like the first bit of. I keep slapping the table. I'm so sorry. I'm stopping.
Slap. Stop it.
Like that part of the Super Nintendo's lifespan, which was like kind of close to the end of the lifespan, when I think 94 was Link to the Past. 94 was an amazing year for Super Nintendo, and like some of the greatest Super Nintendo games of all time, along with some of the greatest games of all time, like Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Link to the Past, or Earthbound, I think, is actually also in that time frame as well. It's like all these incredible experiences that not only are like the best of their generation, but also like in leagues for the best of all time. Like they came out and did really cool things that I think even if you were to take a modern perspective, they still hold up to the games that we released today.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we released a lot of shit today, so I can definitely agree with that.
So if you're going to ask me about if there's a better Zelda than Link to the Past, I don't.
It's obviously fucking this new one is coming out.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
It depends. I don't know. I'm loosely holding. I'm cautiously optimistic, but the fact that they're reusing the map really annoys the shit out of me. So
it's gonna be awesome.
Twilight Princess. So yeah, I mean, I would argue that Twilight Princess kind of gets close to that being like top tier.
Okay.
And then maybe Majora's Mask.
Wind Waker.
No.
Wind Waker #1.
No.
Yeah.
Not even some 5 dungeon weird.
But
romp.
it looks the coolest.
It has an interesting art style. Does not
I feel
look
like
the coolest.
it has the best art style.
I will say it has a good art style, but it does not look
What's the
coolest.
best art style?
Link to the Past.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it
is,
looks
dude.
like dog.
And if it's not
dick.
Link to the Past, it's Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask has the best style of it.
That is very true. That
game is weird and creepy and charming all at the same time.
That is true.
Also, you can blow up that one dude with the bomb arrow. Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
The only Zelda game you can murder someone.
I mean, you kill a lot of people in Zelda.
Murder and kill are. I'm drawing a line. I'm
so
drawing
you
a
can,
line.
yeah.
You can straight up end someone's life in Majora's Mask. So
got it.
yeah, I also think that's probably the most interesting in terms of its concept as well. And
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
But I wouldn't. Link to the Past is. I don't know, man. Like the amount of stuff in that game that's optional, that or like the Link to the Past, it makes a lot of sense. Why Breath of the Wild is the way it is in terms of like you not needing to do everything. Like to see that they had groundwork for how Breath of the Wild turned out back in those days,
right?
Like it makes sense. But like I think there's at least 6 or 7 key items in your inventory that you don't have to get. Like
I mean, that's cool.
You know, and like that's the game.
Then why put them in the game? No, I'm just playing.
Because they can make certain things easier.
No, I know.
Or like heart pieces, you know, and yeah.
Obviously, I'm joking.
Super good though.
Yeah, maybe I'll beat it.
Also, the soundtrack is
that I don't doubt.
Is amazing.
I will say, Super Nintendo era for sure. To me, has some of the best music still.
That Prime chip too.
I will say this, and I've been saying this, and I just gotta keep saying it. Some of the best music to ever be made in a video game is the Sonic Racing game, dog. It's so fucking crazy how good that music is.
Look, I bet you it's fantastic.
Have you not listened to it?
No.
Dude, I keep telling everyone to listen to it, and I send you guys the songs.
I've listened to the song you put in the blend list on Spotify. That's good. Is it repeatable and like
I listen to it once a day.
That's so interesting, dude. It's so interesting.
It's like
I got my daily moment
fusion.
where I listen to Sega Sonic Racing or whatever.
I know. I didn't know it was from that one.
Is it from Transformed?
No, it's like Sonic R. It's just literally the Sonic Racing game on, I think, Dreamcast or something like that.
I was gonna say, what year was that in?
I
want a Dreamcast, and I want to start doing some Dreamcast collecting.
Nah, Dreamcast sucks.
Nah, dude, Dreamcast is awesome.
Fur Fighters is the only good game.
Fur Fighters?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, that's where
it's when you were stuffed animals and you could like it was a game that my parents let me play because when you would shoot each other, like fluff would come out instead of like blood.
I wanted to play Power Stone mostly and like Police Force and like obviously Sonic Adventure Battle, you know. Dude, cool game. I think it was Police Force or it was maybe something different, but Dreamcast was awesome. I mean, it failed, but
you said cool. 3 games.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not awesome. It had 3 good games.
Okay, Skies of Arcadia, which is one of the coolest RPGs ever.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
It's getting remade?
Nope. You're a pirate. It already got remade. It was on GameCube. And
Gotcha.
It failed there, too. I wish it was being remade.
It is.
Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That was in the last Nintendo Direct.
Was it?
Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even... Hold on.
Check it out. Look it up.
Look
it up.
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that at all.
This is a 50-50 shot because there's a 50% chance I'm right and a 50% chance I'm absolutely wrong because they are remaking some old games. I don't remember all of them, but there was 3 and I think 1 might be, but maybe not. Yeah. I see a Switch logo on there.
That's GameCube.
No, that one.
That's Trinity Trigger. I have no idea what that is.
That's what it is. That's what they're renaming it.
There's nothing.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was
man.
literally just shooting that out of my ass.
I was like, I would know. I feel like that's a
You
that's
would
a really
know.
cool game. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on Dreamcast. I want to partake in more of that.
I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad because I definitely had one, and I think my mom just like tossed it.
I mean, there's Fantasy Star Online's on that too, and that's Fantasy Star. I have it on GameCube, but a lot of the cool like Dreamcast games that like got screwed over by like the Dreamcast failing got put on GameCube. You know, so
yeah.
like,
So yeah, you should definitely buy a Dreamcast to play them on a
cheaper on
shittier
Dreamcast
version.
than they are on GameCube.
Are they?
Yes, they are. Yeah, the GameCubes are like the definitive editions, and also it's GameCube, which means everything was low print,
That's
which means
true.
it's too expensive.
That is
Skies
true.
of Arcadia on GameCube is like excessively expensive. Not like like Kadelka or like Kuon, like that. Obviously not Kuon. Kuon's top tier, I guess. In that sense,
Insane monies.
but yeah, it's expensive now. It's like Eternal Darkness. It's the same kind of thing.
Good thing we had a friend who had it.
Eternal Darkness?
No, all the other games you said.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. But we're also not here talking about games. So
Are we not?
No, we're moving past this garbage.
People are eye rolling like, God damn it! I just want to talk about Tomo-chan and those big ass. Reading Tomo-chan.
Okay. Tomo-chan, episode 7.
No, I'm reading Tomo-chan. I'm sorry.
You are?
I am.
You are. I'm doing comments for Tomo-chan. I'm dumb.
No, I'm dumb.
No, I'm dumb.
No, me.
No, me.
Okay, Tomo-chan, episode 7. Junichiro's promise. And when Tomo puts on a swimsuit, oh my god. First part. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
First part is an interesting flashback. Sorry about why Junichiro. God damn it, you messed me up.
Junichiro?
Junichiro.
You just said it right.
I did.
Yeah.
Wants to get stronger than Tomo. Our second part is our titular party heading to the beach. Very quickly, we learned that June is super not okay with Tomo's assets. We'll elaborate.
Wheel.
Wheel.
Elaborate.
Wheel. WHELL is how you spelled it.
Did I?
No, I even spelled wheel wrong. I said WHELL.
Well.
God damn it.
So I want to go on the record and immediately say that this was actually a decently interesting episode of Tomo-chan, like last week was.
Yeah, dude. You would say that, pervert.
Yeah, you would say that,
You
pervert.
would say that, dude.
You screwy boy.
It's summer, and bathing suits are out in full bore, dog.
Let's talk about the other one first, though. Let's talk about
Let's not. We don't even need to talk about that one.
Let's not.
No, when they were the flashback. I wasn't expecting a flashback, to be honest, this early.
Neither was I.
Especially one very in depth about their friendship.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd actually fulfill the promise of explaining why.
What?
I didn't think they'd ever actually answer why he has like even the back comment. I was like, they would be someone who would just throw it in there and do like a two sentence explanation for it, because that's what they did for like him dating Misuzu, and I was like, okay, they might just do that crap, where it's like,
yeah. I felt like that was just a red herring, though.
That's what it felt like.
Well, that's what it was.
But this is actually important, like world building.
Yeah. So I don't know. I what did you think? So when she okay. When they were like playing with the video games and like she broke it and all that stuff, like
she snaps it in half.
Vertically.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do this? She's like, I had a strong grip on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so interesting because I feel like they did a good job of when June says, "Here, you hold on to it," because she goes and gets it back for him that one time,
right,
and then he like hands it back to her, says like, you hold on to this until I'm like strong enough to take it back or whatever, and then like the fact is like she still has it, and then has like the thought of,
when it's
like,
over.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh no, I thought it was excellent. Honestly, I was like, oh, cool. Like there is a.
Because we were talking about that, we were going, like, well, they're never gonna talk. Yeah, I don't know.
But she's played the game like a dozen times or 100 times or whatever. She's beaten it a ton of times, and she's like, when is June gonna take this back?
Yeah.
And like she like previous episodes, she still thinks that June's stronger than her, which I think is clearly not the case.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Just not even.
Maybe one day. Maybe that's the real thing of this show. Is just it's all about him and how he gets stronger, dude.
Exactly. Like he's gonna become like Deku, basically. He's gonna inherit one for all.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So like I was fairly satisfied with this plot point, actually. Like, this entire little bit. I was like, wow,
Same.
this is good. And then you realize that's when Junichiro meets Tomo's mom, so he should obviously be excited for what Tomo's going to look like in the future.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
And
he does.
And he does get excited.
Or blushes. They just kind of have him
yeah,
blush a little bit when he's kiddo.
Beyond that, there's not too much to really explain about this little bit. It's just kind of solidifying why, or giving us a good reason to why Junichiro still thinks
it shows that he was a gamer guy, right? So give him both sort of like he's like a little gamer boy nerd who
we knew that
became like this beast of a dude because of literally Tomo.
I mean, we knew he was a gamer because like he invited her over the sleepover and he wanted to play the game that came out. Yeah. But the part where, oh, this is why you are magnetized to her and like why you can't even admit something is because you don't think you're like strong enough to even approach her. Mm-hmm. Like why would you want to talk about your feelings? Like you don't feel like you're strong enough, right? Yeah. You feel like you're too weak to do that. So a lot of that, it was like a kind of a really, I don't know, it was a really good like world building fleshed out moment. For me. So.
I did honestly. You know how every episode I've been like, oh, Luke's gonna hate this. This entire episode, I was like, I don't know what Luke's gonna hate.
No, I like this episode.
I mean, except for obviously the fan service that they throw on.
I care less about the beach episode, but it's I don't know how else they would have got the point across that Junichiro has been in denial for 20 years now, almost. Right.
And I feel like this was good to put them back to back. Like the one they just did and this one together was a very good idea. I don't know if that's how they are in the manga, but if it isn't, this was good choice.
Yes, no, it was a good choice. Now the beach segment. Sorry,
let's go to the beach episode.
Obviously, this does come with the caveat of being like, this has got a lot of fan service in it. There's no denying that. It's just part of the episode you have to deal with. At the same time, this is like the episode where I feel like you finally see that Junichiro is not ignoring Tomo. He's definitely in denial about Tomo. Right. Like it's not that he doesn't see her as a girl so much as he doesn't want to acknowledge that she's a girl. Right. Yeah, dude. Especially, and I think it comes like when she's undoing the jacket when he goes in the changing room to get her for some dumbass reason, and like she unzips the jacket or he unzips it and then he zips it right back up.
He's like, come on, we're not supposed to wear a jacket into the ocean, and then he's like, zip back up. Wait, she's like, I'm joking.
Yeah, I thought it was a very funny moment, but
I mean, dude, I was laughing at almost all of this episode, and I don't know, man. I thought it was like pretty funny how like even like that guy was like trying to talk to Tomo, and then June comes out and he's like, "Is that your boyfriend?" He's like, "No. Why would people want? I don't want people to like think that about you or whatever." And then he literally is like, for Carol, he's like, "Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah."
It's like, God damn it, June.
Carol continues to be the ditziest. I'm starting to like her a lot, to be honest. Like her dumb attitude is like kind of endearing. It definitely soured me initially. Yeah. Because I just felt
not a great intro, right, but it's wearing.
No, but she has become such a wild card, and like I will never not find that gold brick segment hilarious. Like I will never not think it's funny. That was amazing. When she just walks into the class and just gives her a gold brick for her birthday. It's like, what?
It's like, dude, where are those friends? We gotta find one.
Richie rich friends with own mansions? Yeah, well,
give me a gold bar for Christmas.
Yeah, which foreign nationals can we befriend? And I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like this again, I do think there wasn't a ton. There was a lot in this episode, but it really was just June on both sides, knowing, like, learning, kind of like reiterating to us like why he caught up or why he's trying to catch up to Tomo. Yeah. And then us realizing, okay, for sure he sees her as a girl.
Yeah. I think one of the things that June's probably struggling with, if I was to try and analyze it deeper, is that the moment he has to consider her as like a romantic interest is the moment he has to realize that trying to catch up to her isn't an option. That's just not appropriate anymore. Because if he recognizes her as a romantic interest, he's going to go into protector mode more than catch up mode, right? So like I think there's like probably a big battle inside him of like, I need to not do this until I've overcome her. Like until I have beaten her and surpassed her, I really can't do anything beyond try to get stronger. Because if I do try to pursue her, I can't even do that goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I just had a thought.
Okay, that's kind of like probably a more
the
nuanced...
last battle's in the bedroom, my guy.
Probably, yeah. It's violent.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
I that's probably overanalyzing or going
Yeah.
too deep into it. At the same time, like, it does work, you know. So I'm gonna choose to think that's what's going on.
Except he has been protecting her this entire time, as we've.
He's been defending her honor, not so much protecting her. I am saying, like, if she was to get into a struggle, like you're not wrong, because he did beat the shit out of that guy that groped her on the train.
Yeah.
Or he did punch him, I think, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he grabbed him. Was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Swear to me.
What comments?
Batman. What about him?
You want to do them? Well, I want to do them. But
You got to
ready?
read him. Let's read it. Read him
Okay.
out.
Switch XP.
Let me guess. Carol is mommy.
No. Switch XP. Yo, has John ever? Sorry, John. Yo, has June ever not realized that Carol is mommy? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, for real one. Switch XP. Yo, has June ever not had a crush on Tomo? Dude's been in denial since elementary school. No wonder he's so good at it. Which is for sure true.
Yeah.
Dex Sticks said, dude knew to stick around after he saw the potential from the mom. That's what I'm saying. Oh, geez.
That's what I'm saying.
Switch XP's back. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. No. Now I get it. Misuzu has been competing for Tomo's affections ever since they were little. Ooh.
Yeah, well, it is. It did show that kind of both of them were after her.
So it's part of me is like,
attention.
is Misuzu like romantically interested? But probably not.
I mean, there's a good argument for it.
There's a good argument for it. I don't know if the show would go that direction, but there's a good argument for it. What?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Maybe that's why it's like 300 episodes or whatever you said it was, chapters.
Yeah.
Because it's like maybe that's the twist. It's
Maybe
like they're about to confess, but then she confesses too.
And now there's double
now
dating.
she got to
and now it's
like,
a pro.
What do I do? I love both of you guys.
A manga about polygamy.
Yeah, there you go.
Third Moccasin
They're
says,
Mormons at the end.
Okay. Third Moccasin says, I can definitely relate to Misuzu's woohoo enthusiasm about the beach. You remember that? She went woohoo after June.
Dude, you know what's funny? That's
you.
me.
That's you, dog.
I literally when everyone's like, yeah, beach, and then they all look at her and she's like, woo. I was like, that's 1,000,000%.
That's me too.
That was my goddamn spirit animal.
Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. That was probably enough to go over. But yeah, good comments this week. Good job, Switch XP.
Good job.
Come back.
Good job, guys.
Keep doing good comments.
Yeah.
I would give this one probably
10 out of 10?
8.5.
You heard it here. 10 out of 10 for Luke.
Okay.
8.5.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate. Not a 10. Nothing important enough to happen to make it a 10 in my opinion. But it was.
I'm gonna give it a
good enough on the world building. That it was an 8.5. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a double D. I mean an A.
Jeez.
Point.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll give it an 8.5 also. I think that's perfect because I'd say most of it was truly needed, fun, and very like I laughed a lot. I thought I was literally when it was over, I was like, oh shit, it's already over. Which usually I'm like, okay, it's almost time for it to be done. But a little horny. But
I don't know. But again, like I don't know.
Slow.
I don't know if you could.
You can't really do it.
I don't know if you could explain this accurately about June unless you get a little horny with it.
Because of course.
In reality,
I mean, because it's just sexual attraction. That's part of relationships.
Exactly, and like it's about him having to confront his horniness essentially too.
Yeah.
So, which is
you know what I am surprised about though?
What?
No, like bloody nose thing. Like, they haven't really been like, wah!
Yeah,
you know. But I guess like that's kind of usually more to describe like super pervy people.
Yeah,
usually
that's
more
like,
so than like just like the guy. He's like literally trying to be like he's not like, oh no, I like pulled your jacket down. Like he's like zips it back. You know what I mean? Like he's a lot more respectful of Tomo. I mean that's for sure.
Probably shouldn't have pulled the zipper down in the first place.
Probably not.
Yeah. But then again, he's in denial. So
also, I don't know if the zipper was down. I think it was like this.
I don't know. I really feel like June would think like June probably halfway thought that underneath like her sweatshirt was like a men's chest. You know, it's like that's like there's probably that thought that crosses mind.
Or maybe like a one piece like bathing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like just something when then you're like, whoa, my bad.
Right. I'm surprised Tomo wore a two piece that skimpy. To be honest, like I'm surprised that she would choose to wear that.
A little out of character, but again, I think they did it. For the purpose of
not skimpy, revealing. I should say revealing. Not
skimpy.
That's not the appropriate word for that. Yeah. Okay. The next anime for us to discuss, though, is
Bluelock.
My Hero Academia, which I believe I'm reading.
Oh, boy. Bluelock.
Oh, no. My Hero Academia 133, Hired Gun. Deku is saving everyone he can, including a furry. Meow. Even with our pro heroes like Hawks, Genus, and Endeavor going out to save innocent people, they are still not accepted by the general public. Deku also begins his battle with Lady Nagant, a particularly deadly escapee working for All for One. At the end of the episode, we find out that Nagant has more than one quirk. Thoughts? So tell me your general thoughts about this. We can start with the first half if you want, with the up to basically Endeavor and all them getting yelled at.
Yeah. So I thought the furry part was weird. It just felt kind of out of place. Not like rescuing someone. I just didn't really understand why she was being attacked. And they didn't like do a good job of that. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
it really.
So it's just like okay, it's like 3 random civilians just attacking a person because they're being racist. I guess technically.
That's what I was like. Is this a racial allegory?
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's a villain for sure because she's a fox or whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah.
So
it felt really ham-fisted.
Also, they made her really tall, gave her a super big rack, and I'm just like,
weird.
I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, what is this? Like, what is this part for?
It's
like,
just
who is this for?
It's just as weird in the.
It's for all you guys. I know. For you watching and listening right now, it's for you.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it really, but I'm not a huge fan because it feels so random and like unimportant.
Right, because it's just like that, and then bye. And
he's saving people, no duh, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I kind of want is it's like maybe you gotta kind of save bigger fries to get the bad guys to come after you, because like that's like their whole thing is
defeat the villains to lure a villain out.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's like, you're literally attacking civilians right now. Well, not attacking, but just being like, hey guys, stop picking on this girl.
To lure a villain out that has connections to All for One. I guess that's the goal, which is, he succeeds in the end and ends up fighting the girl. But
true.
Yeah, I don't. The whole racial bit there is just weird and kind of feels like they kind of forced it in a bit, because there's never been an instance prior of innocent armed civilians attacking another innocent.
Right.
So far, and it's a weird way to introduce it, but
yeah,
it happened.
But it happened. Yeah, man, I don't know. So it was like it just kind of jumped from that, and then to eating food. Right?
Yeah, all might get some. Yeah,
he has to eat some lunch. I mean, he also looks a lot like Spider-Man. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose.
He's got danger sense. He's got Black Whip. He can float. He's using his fists and feet. He's kind of like Spider-Man.
He's like if Superman mixed with Spider-Man, so I feel like it feels like.
Yeah, because I guess Spider-Man's pretty freaking strong actually.
Spider-Man is pretty strong.
I don't know if he's as strong as All for One or One for All. I mean.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't think
One for All can do some crazy stuff.
One for All. But no, I like the episode. Again, I think it's really cool how they're building a lot of tension within society and the heroes. Like they kind of keep, and I feel like this episode did a good job where people are like, get out of here. We don't want you anywhere near us. Yada yada yada. And then their whole well, we need to make sure that Deku is not seen, right? Or associated with us, because he's already bearing all this weight. He's going to be bearing it a lot more.
Yeah, but I think there's also a tacit admittance that Deku might be stronger than a lot of pro heroes right now, even the top tier ones,
True.
Because that's like for them to trust him to go out on his own. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's it. He took down Muscular in one shot, right? Technically two.
I mean, they're showing us something, but
yeah,
I don't think that this next fight will be that easy. And then, I mean, maybe it is.
But her having 2 quirks makes it really tough.
But he has fucking 10 or 8.
Yeah, but her sniping quirk where she can take her hair.
That is a pretty awesome quirk. I will say that's my favorite one.
Load it into her hand and shoot it that's so cool. It's so cool.
It is very much a. It's I have an unlimited supply of bullets, and I don't know.
Them inserting the interview to the gun hero guy.
Super good.
That was a nice little bit of like world building right there for her.
Yeah.
Lady Nagant. I don't remember what they said about her in the manga. or sorry, in this episode, but she's tough. Like
I believe it.
She's really strong. I think Hawks talked about how they're out of everyone that was released from Tartarus. She's or not Tartarus. Maybe it was any prison, but whatever prison. Like she's the one you got to watch out for.
In the main prison.
Was it Tartarus?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to watch out for her. Like she's the one to watch out for.
Yeah, which is interesting to me because I guess
we've never met her before and never heard about her.
Yeah, but also I guess it's the quirk is what they're worried about.
She's just really good at using it. It sounds like too, though.
Got it. Okay.
Like I mean, she's
that's like the one that he's not really good against is far away.
Yeah,
gunfire. I guess ranged opponents. Yeah,
and then
and she's the best of the best ranged.
Where did he take a hit? He took a hit like in the
phone at first,
which is I mean, she's not trying to kill him, but that would have been like, hey, let's just end this now, you know?
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
That would have been the way.
I mean,
it
would have been. That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been game over.
Yeah, but he gets his phone back. It's got this giant hair bullet all the way through it,
and it's cool though because it has like a little microphone on there.
It does. It does. Awesome.
Very genius.
How do you feel about the whole overhaul thing?
I don't know yet. I'll be real. I kind of forget why he's freaking out.
So
can you remind me?
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
I
got you. Yeah. So he's in charge of the Hisaikai, or he was, right? The quote unquote like Yakuza mafia, right?
Right.
And the previous person was he's adopted by the guy that is in charge, the older guy. He was trying to have the mafia be more straight laced and like a little less thuggy and a little more honorable.
Yeah.
And Overhaul was like, no, I don't like that. So I'm gonna make us the feared group that we used to be, you know. And that was the whole quirk elimination bullets, right? Those quirk racing bullets.
Okay.
And so he put his dad in a coma. His dad adopted him in a coma and said, when I, succeed, I will bring you back and show you. And as we know, he got beat the crap up.
Yeah.
Right?
Lost
by
his
Deku.
arms.
Straight up. And then Shigaraki took his hands. So his dad is permanently in a coma or vegetative state. And so he's probably traumatized by doing that to him with the realizing he can never undo it. He also got his crap beaten out of him, completely rejecting his ideals. He basically split his entire faction of whatever it was. You know, he basically ran that into the ground. Basically, everyone that his friends, all his teammates, they're probably all in prison or not important enough to include in the show anymore, right? So, like, this guy is rightfully a little, probably, traumatized and in shock, but
okay, that makes no, thank you. That is helpful.
I probably overdid that, but yeah, he's just probably still worried about his dad, and that's why he keeps on saying Oyaji.
He's probably
he keeps saying Oyaji or father, or so
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, Overhaul's cool,
but it's weird to see him here.
I will say, yeah, the fact that he's like with her, I don't really fully understand. I'm sure I'll understand more next episode. Thank you for coughing in my face.
Not even close to your face.
Thank you for coughing in my mouth.
For my mouth. You douche.
But yeah, man. I don't know. I liked the episode. I thought it was cool. It is really weird to see. Are you dying?
Yeah, a little bit. Hiccup. All the carbonation from the soda is just coming back up now. Sorry.
Dude, jeez. Hope you're okay. He'll make it, folks. He just like
on air.
That would be wild. That'd be sad.
That episode would live in infamy
forever, dude. If
I die on air, I hope that is played at my funeral.
I'll post it.
Yeah, you post it and then like share it and like pay for it to be shared on.
Yeah, it has to be a Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it on the Patreon. Yeah. Screw this guy.
Well, no, because you can't like show death on YouTube.
Oh well, not a video, just an audio recording.
Dude, Logan Paul, man, come on, man. We're not doing that shit.
If I died mid live, you need to finish the episode out.
Oh, I will.
You would just let them sit next to my dead body and finish the episode.
Yeah. I would use your mouth like a ventriloquist. Okay.
No, that's
weird. Okay. That's where it's weird.
That's where we're gonna cut this off.
Okay,
right there.
Good. Got too real for you. Okay.
That's most of the episode, though.
That's most of the episode.
I'm sure there's other semantics that we could probably talk about. I wish we would see more about our class. I feel like we haven't seen them since they got the letter.
I hope we never see them again.
But it's also been only 2 episodes. So
can you imagine if it's like you never ever saw
let me
any of
spoil
them
that.
again?
You do see them again.
No, obviously, no. Duh. It's the whole show. It's My Hero Academia, and they're gonna be there.
Not my Deku.
It's not. All Might in the gang.
All Might in the boys. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You want to do comments?
I guess.
Why do you sound
I
smart?
guess. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Bum,
You ready
bum,
for
bum.
this? So Jinobo says, I still can't believe the voice actor for Lady Nagant is also the voice actor of Anya from Spy Family. These voice actors are really talented.
That's nuts, dude.
And it is crazy because the sounds are just totally different.
However, that lady is able to change her voice is just insanely impressive. That's nuts to me. That's range.
Digimon 33880 420 Deku is Mary Poppins, y'all. But in this show, what the fuck? 420 Deku is Mary Poppins, y'all. But in all seriousness, it was a touching scene. Shows that under all the stress and brooding, our good little Boy Scout is still there.
When he's eating food. Yeah.
I don't understand. I shouldn't have read that one. My bad,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Should know also Deku has super strength, can shoot out a rope like object, and can sense danger. Danger?
Danger?
Can sense danger?
He can sense Denji?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, dude. He's looking for the fingers. Is Deku?
What? Was it a JJK reference? Okay.
I'm combining like all of them.
Searching for the fingers? Okay.
They're all there. Everyone's
man.
there. So he's Spider-Man. That's what they're alluding to. We already said that shit. So get in line, idiot. Less Loud 11 says, yes, the Gene Mobile.
Perfect comment. What?
I like that we just didn't say anything after.
You were supposed to
"We're going."
respond.
Yeah, I was.
It's fine.
It was funnier when I didn't.
It was.
Comedy. Oh my god, I love this fight in the manga so much. Cool.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Whoever wrote that, don't ever comment again.
Don't ever comment again. You know who
Okay.
it is.
You know who it is.
No, you do. I mean, you read it, so.
I didn't read the name.
Okay, well, that's that.
What would you rate this out of 10 out of 10?
No, not even close.
Four?
Probably toss it like a 7.5 or an 8. Probably 7.75. Yeah.
Wow.
I was bored a lot of this episode.
Yeah, I know. I think a 7.5 is that's a great call because I am very excited for next episode. I was pretty underwhelmed in this episode, and it felt like there was a lot of just stuff that didn't need to be there. And yeah.
I am optimistic about the fight. But what's been frustrating me about My Hero over the past few seasons is probably going to frustrate me about this fight, where I feel like it's going to lose a bit of its identity that I would want to have. Like let me rephrase that a little better. The muscular versus Deku fight, the original one, is a moment in My Hero, right? That's a moment.
It's a
you
moment.
remember that fight. The all for one versus one for all fight in season 3, that's a moment. When Deku beats the shit out of Overhaul, that's a moment. Like, I don't know if this fight is going to be a moment.
But should it be?
It should be.
Okay.
Because and the reason I'm so
Well, no, don't give us
hesitant
reasons.
or what's up?
No, you're good. You're good.
No, the reason is just because the music has not been on point the same way it's been in the previous seasons.
That's fair.
And
that is very true.
that is super important, I think, to a strong finish on these fights. And that's what we're here for. We're here to see the end of it. We're here to see All Might go 120% and beat the crap out of a Nomu, right?
Yeah.
Whatever percentage.
That's what I want.
Know, I guess, but we're here to see. We're here to see Stain get the crap beat out of him. But I don't know. I want it to be fantastic. I am just like, I don't want to like shoot myself in the foot with high expectations, and then realize I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Does
a
that make
safe.
sense?
No, it's for sure safe bet with this anime.
Yeah. Right now, it's just, and with the animation also feeling like it's hit or miss.
It's super hit or miss.
Yeah. Although I will say this episode looked pretty good.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially in the Lady in the Gaunt first Deku moments. So
7.5?
7.75. I'll give it a 7.75.
I'm going 7.25 now, bitch.
I think it's above average, but I don't know how much above average. So
it's like a C plus,
but it's not
plus.
great. You know, it's not like an 8 out of 10, like a fantastic. You know, it's not there for me. I feel like to be an 8 out of 10, it really has to do everything at least good, at least good to great. And there are parts of this episode where I feel like it just doesn't.
That's fair.
And a lot of that comes down to music and pacing. But anyways,
I get that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, on to our favorite. Our 10 out of 10.
Oh, is it Buddy Daddies?
No, just kidding. Oh, is it Buddy Daddies?
It's Buddy Daddies, right?
It's Buddy Daddies.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm ready to talk about Buddy Daddies.
Buddy Daddy.
Yeah. You got Bluelock, right? So I'm reading this one also.
Yes.
I think. So I'm gonna read this episode.
This is
of
Buddy
anime,
Daddies,
which is Buddy Daddies, episode 7. After rain comes fair weather. Okay, this was a good episode. This was a hard episode.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Kazuki feels like he's doing all the work for the household and Miri. Due to a lack of appreciation, Kazuki dips. He ends up living life on the town. Is that the way we say that?
Yeah, like he's going out on the town.
Yeah, he ends up going out on the town.
I mean, maybe it's not the way you say it now, but that's the way that my parents would say it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And I would say that. I say that too. So.
Okay. And so yeah, he goes out in town pretty hard, and seems like he's in a depressive state, and ends up losing a drunken fight. And after that, he runs into Karen or Karen. They say Karen. His late girlfriend's sister. Although they do mention her being a sister-in-law earlier, but then later on they say they never got married. So I have no idea what to think about that scenario. But it's revealed later that Kazuki is responsible for her death and won't forgive himself, even though Karen has, with the caveat of Karen not really knowing much about him.
Right.
After having a more in-depth conversation with Karen in the flower fields, Kazuki at least loosely begins to forgive himself. Meanwhile, Rei has to take care of Miri and eventually take her to the hospital due to a fever. In the end, Kazuki comes home with Rei successfully taking care of Miri.
Yeah. It's good.
Damn, this episode, man. Like,
wasn't all the feels.
Was not ready for this one, man. Like, I watched it today and I was like, oh my God, like, where did this come from? Like, I had no idea it was going to be this serious. Like,
well, dude, you know what's crazy is legitimately Crunchyroll, fucking, you guys crush it.
Yeah.
I feel like your originals have been so good. Out of the 2 that we've watched, and there's more. This has made me go. I am for sure gonna like listen to a few of the, or to listen.
Look into a few.
I'm
more
gonna
of them.
look into a few more of them because I just don't know how they do it, but they truly make me like just keep wanting more and kind of being like, all right, like they drop little hints. It's like, you know, I don't know. And then I get to see, I feel like, because we had talked about, hey, like, what are those pieces of money for, right? Or pieces, you know, like in it and all this stuff. And they're like, well, we might never know, or it's going to be for the mom. It's going to be for whatever. I didn't even think sister. You know, it's just funny. I was just like, this is the mom for sure.
I didn't either. I thought it was going to be, I mean, we didn't even think she was dead for a bit. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it could have been her. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember who took the harder position on that, but like
Probably
now we now know she's officially like her death also it's very fast in the flashback that we get in this episode. It's probably my only complaint about the episode is that feels very quick.
Yeah.
That being said, there's a lot that happens in this episode. It's kind of hard to fit all in there anyway. But
true.
Yeah, like her death scene is not. It's very unfortunate. I'll say that it's a super unlucky death.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wrong place, wrong time. But also, do you know who the sniper was? Because I feel like it looks like
you think it was the other
guy.
You think the other
and
assassin?
I don't even know if there's a part of me that I'm like, dude, what if they were like double booked, like wrongly, and he like took the shot and like, you know, he's literally the reason why his wife is dead or fiance.
It's possible. It might be him. You can't really tell too much.
Yeah, when they're younger, they're gonna because like that's like the whole thing. I think it is. It looks like him to me.
But if it is him, I would put money down that her being there was probably better for this guy. Like he probably wouldn't mind that she's dead because it probably means Kazuki's more focused now or something, you know. Like and maybe he becomes the main foil for the show, and that'd be great, honestly, because I'd love a villain for this, but. Because you know,
yeah,
so
true. There's no, yeah, that is true. There's not really,
and the only person that's going to stand up to them is another assassin when it comes down to it.
Yeah, or like I feel like it would be kind of a fun cop or like a child protective service or something, that agent that has to kind of keep checking in on them, and like they're not like the bad guy, but they're kind of like made out to be the bad guy. That could be kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, I will say I mean, Kazuki's unwillingness to forgive himself is heartbreaking and relatable.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever killed anyone or caused anyone to die, but like the inability to move on from something because you feel so guilty about it is relatable.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people.
I think a lot of people
would have
experience
that.
that. Yeah.
So I was delightfully surprised by this episode and also delightfully heartbroken.
Yeah.
If that can be said in the same sentence.
No, it was very beautifully done.
Yeah.
I feel like they definitely did justice to kind of like her, even though again I agree with you, it was like fast. I was very thankful that we got the information that we did.
Yeah,
Like, they did it in a phenomenal job to make me really care, to really make me just like they slowed down in all the right all the right places.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the flower field. I was just like, God damn it. I guess it's just so perfect. Yeah. And I liked how they were coupling that alongside of, Rei just trying to take care of Miri, and she's like sick and he's like freaking out, and then he just busts through the door and is like, I need help. And like even that is showing growth on him as well.
Yeah.
And I like how both characters got to grow a little bit in this episode.
I liked how we got to see the limitations of Kazuki mostly.
Yeah.
That's like a breaking
Can't
point.
find
right?
more than 3 guys. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Well, not drunk, but that also surprised me.
He probably wanted to get beat up. That's what it felt like.
He's drunk, so it's probably he's looking for a fight. Doesn't matter if he wins or loses. Like we get to see Kazuki really like he only can do so much. Like there's parts where like in the beginning of this he was like, I wish, like, what if I did have that kid, And he's like kind of excited to have the kid, and then he realizes there's troubles with it. And then this is the episode where it's like, no, you are not going to be enough a lot of the time.
Right.
Which I think every parent deals with.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. But, Kazuki coming to a breaking point and like turning to vice, like to hookers and drugs and alcohol. It's affecting. Like it's a strong episode.
It is, dude. Yeah.
My only qualms I think are kind of it feels fast. I think I hope they elaborate on it more. But when he meets Yuzuko or Yuzuko. Mm-hmm. I think that's her name. Like he's wounded walking into a flower field, and then he falls down, and she goes, "Hey, what's going on?" And she finds him, and that's the implied like that's where they are. Like they met in that flower field,
right?
And I wonder if there's more to that.
I don't think so,
and there might not be.
I don't think so.
He might have got wounded from a mission, or wounded.
I literally think that's what they're implying. Like, what the fuck else would he be like injured from that way?
Right, but the keyword was implying right there, and that's I want them to elaborate. I don't know if they will. So. Yeah, but I think it'd just be interesting to know more about.
That'd be cool.
What put him in that position.
Don't hold your breath, baby.
I didn't notice if she was pregnant or not when the thing blew up.
I don't think they were really showing that, but I think
because wasn't she pregnant at one point in that photo?
Yeah.
Or am I misremembering that?
I think it's a memory of his. I don't know if it's a photo.
Okay.
Is it a photo?
Okay. I can look into it and we can talk about it.
But yeah, I don't know. If I wasn't really looking at her tummy, and I did not go back to check.
Okay. Well, I'm not too worried about it. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how.
But I'm
played
assuming
out.
that is what happened.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that what's kind of what makes him, I think, attached to Miri, like in a good way and a bad way, where it's like this, like, okay, I'm getting something that I had wanted, and but then kind of the fear of losing that as well.
Yeah, the flashbacks feel too convenient. What happens in them a lot of the time,
that's fair.
There's tanker conveniently placed here. Oh, there's a sniper and shooting a car that's going to crash right into the tanker conveniently, I should say inconveniently, and inconveniently, Yuzuko is right here just watching the whole thing happen.
Like, hey, what's up? Boom.
Conveniently, Yuzuko's in this flower field while this guy walks up like injured, Kazuki. So there's a little bit of convenience. I think that it's a little too visible in some ways, but it otherwise works fantastic.
Yeah,
it's a weird complaint, I guess, but
it is a little bit, but it's okay.
So you don't want to be pulled out by shoddy circumstance, and that's what it felt like in some moments. So
yeah, the death felt a little quick, felt a little bit like, okay, is that?
Yeah,
I felt like they could have done a little bit better of a job, but again, I don't know if they fully fleshed out everything behind it, or if it was really just like, hey, wrong place, wrong time.
Right.
Which again,
possible
can happen, as it is possible, but again,
wrong
unlikely.
place. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time can feel like a convenient writer's
trick
to just move the story along.
100%.
Anyways, comments. Let's do comments. You want to do them? You ready?
I got these.
I'm doing the next one. So
I'm doing the next one.
Making you read the names.
Trinity 766. The people who get to binge watch this. God damn it! I should have read that.
I know you should have. It's okay.
What?
You're doing so good.
Abido says, "I don't care what people say. Rei is just Mir's big brother, and Kazuko."
My good Joel. Just read the name. Like, piece it out, dude. Kazuko. They spelt it wrong in the They spelt it wrong in this too, so it's not your fault. Actually, I realized.
I know, but as soon as I said it, I was like, that's what that says, but that's not what the name is.
No,
I should just know the name.
Obviously, it was a lot harsher than it should have been. Also,
no, it's okay. Kazuki is what? Say it one more time for me.
It's Kazuki.
Kazuki. Okay. Kazuki is a single dad with 2 troubling kids. Very true.
We do witchy stuff. That's pretty good.
Okay, witchy stuff says Kazuki finding Rei taking care of Miri was so sweet. My heart. This show honestly keeps me going every week. It's so wholesome. And I will say, I feel like this show is like a mesh of Spy Family and Yakuza Babysitting Guide. It feels like a blend of those into something different, weaker in areas for sure, obviously, for both, but
I think it's the last best comment.
MD's 278 says, "Laugh my ass off, Truck Coon right on cue." Oh, damn. And it's true though.
Yeah.
Honestly, there has to be a manga about like a Truck Coon. And there's a story about that person, like the life.
I think it's from Mob.
What?
Truck Coon hit Mob.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, a lot of people, so that's like the joke is like any isekai.
Yeah.
It's like that whole thing. Why not make a show? So if you're listening to this, just take this about the truck. Like it's like it's like an entity or something. Like it's
4 chapters long or something.
Man, I have to kill these people. I don't know. You could do anything you want. You could make this a 700 chapter thing. You don't have to. I don't think that you could do that. But if you could, go for it.
You should write this and draw it out.
That would be kind of fun.
You are an artist.
I'm so bad. I've been doing some art for the game that I'm trying to make right now. And everything is just flat 2D, just colors. Like I'm not doing any shading or anything. And I drew punk bunnies the other day.
Punk bunnies?
Yeah. They're called the furry tail or fluffy tail gang.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
They're literally all named Luke.
So that's why you wanted to be a furry in D&D. Okay, got it. They're all named Luke.
Yeah.
Luke, Lucas.
Luke 1, Luke 2, Luke 3.
Lukey. Luker.
But yeah, no, I can't draw.
Okay.
To say that.
That's okay. You're good.
Yeah. I can't draw really good furry. No, just kidding.
I can draw really good. I'm really good at furries. I would probably give this episode a 9.25.
Oh, dude, I would give it 9 tails from Naruto. No, I'd give it 9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the only issue for me is the pacing.
Yeah, pacing.
The convenience and pacing, whatever. But otherwise, fantastic.
I agree.
Let yourself go and just have a great time with it and cry, because I think it's very easy to cry this episode.
Definitely is.
But I think now that we've talked about Buddy Daddies, we're onto the real stuff. The real most.
We're onto the real stuff, which is Bluelock, baby, episode 19, Dancing Boy. Our boys pick Chigiri to join the team. After what seems like initial tension, our team of 4 start to get along. Dude, I'm gonna need glasses, I think, soon. We get, which is crazy. We get some very appreciated backstory, or a very much appreciated backstory on Bachira. I agree, very good. Along with understanding more how his monster works. Our episode ends with Isagi challenging Rin to get Bachira back.
Now he says that, but is Bachira gonna be the guy he really picks in this?
Yes.
I think he needs to. Here's what I think. I think Rin needs to go to hell and die. I'm done with that guy. I am over players who think that only they are enough Like they are enough for the whole team. I don't care how good you are. It's not a fun trope. Baro did it for way too
There's
long.
only 2.
What?
There's only 2 so far.
Baro did it for the past 20 episodes, I feel like, or 2 or 3. And it's just too much. It's too much, and like and Rin is just like a bigger version of that, and I'm like,
but he's
great.
actually
But he's actually
the money
best.
where that mouth is.
He puts the money where the mouth is. He's the best. Makes you wonder what his actual true weapons are. But
I know, because he'd even have to use them.
I think he'd used like essences of or like bits of them, but like,
right, but not
like
full.
He might just be like an all arounder who's amazing at everything. I don't know. Let's talk about Chigiri being chosen.
Yeah, dude.
They did not.
So I was right.
You were right. Good job. I was wrong.
Amazing so far.
Also, Nagi went so hard against Reo. Dude.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. It's almost kind of like a White Fang, effect.
What does that mean?
So White Fang is a book about, and it became also, it's like a pretty famous Disney movie, I think, about a wolf dog and a sledding team or some shit. But in the story, he's like, get out of here, because he wants the dog to be in the wilderness where it probably belongs instead of with him. And so he's like, can't get the fuck out, or whatever.
Is it talking about Old Yeller?
No, that's not Old Yeller. Old Yeller, they blast that dog.
They do blast that dog.
Because it has rabies, dude.
You said that's so dark.
It has rabies. It's literally, dude, rabies is fatal in humans. So, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Mm-hmm. It's also fatal for that dog at some point anyway. So, it's a bummer.
It's blasted in the head.
It's blasted. I don't know. They don't really show you. They just go like this, and then it pans out, and you hear, bam. Come on, dude. You don't remember that?
He might have missed.
Didn't
I don't know.
Scar you? Didn't scar you when you were a kid?
No, old Homeward Bound scarred me.
Homeward
the first time I ever watched it as a kid.
Otis too. Otis and what's the dog?
Milo and Otis.
Otis. That one got me.
I hate those movies, dude.
Well,
I love them.
how many? Well, let's not talk about it. But there was a lot of animal.
Did they ever play soccer in those ones? Airbuds.
Airbuds, dude.
Is there a soccer Airbud?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome. And then we can watch that Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen soccer one. What's the one where they do switch teams?
Dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah, go watch. That's weird to watch that, I guess. It's very sold now. But
anyway,
those were all terrible.
Back to our good. We actually want to talk about this.
Yes. Yeah. So Nagi went hard on Reo, and I think you're right. Like, Nagi was inspiring Reo in one sense.
Yes.
It's
kind of like, hey, like if you want to be a baby about it, then you're not gonna make it. So it's more. It's the whole like I'm bored of you or whatever with the toy.
I think it's more nuanced than that. I mean, like Reo thinks that Nagi betrayed him, and because they made a promise and said we're gonna go together. It's you and me. We're always together. And when Nagi split off to go join Isagi, that's when Reo felt betrayed.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense.
So what Nagi says is no. You think it's that easy. Mm-hmm. We have to get stronger. And no matter how we do that, we have to do that. And if we end up apart for a bit, that's fine. We'll end up together if we both keep trying, right? And that's where it feels like Nagi's like, hey, dude, like you are the one who's lost sight, not me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think it's to push him to change. I also love the moment when Kunigami lifts his head up and says, we lose if you don't watch him leave.
Yep.
And I was like,
Kunigami is
a
beast, man. I want him on that team so bad.
Well, it's funny because like this show, they make you like pretty much all of the guys on the original team, and then the way that they have to split them up now, and then again, what is this going to be in the future? Because there's so much to it. So I don't know. I love this show. Do you think you're going to read it once the season's over?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think I have to.
I'm trying to like see if, and I know because there wouldn't be a season 2 till next year, right?
Right. Like I mean, as far as I know, yeah.
And or okay, best case it's winter, or sorry, it's a winter or a fall show. Best
That'd
case,
be cool.
Right? So it wouldn't be until October.
Yeah,
that's best case.
That would still be sick.
I bet you it doesn't get there.
It probably doesn't.
It goes back to the next winter, which is January, and that's just such a long time to wait for another season.
Yeah.
When especially when we're this hyped.
Yeah.
Like we are so on fire for this show, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to not read.
It would be rough not
Plus,
to read.
then we can talk to James more about it.
Yeah.
And actually have conversations rather than feel like we might get spoiled on something.
Yeah, I hear you.
I definitely want to. I'm probably gonna read it, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna put JJK down for a little bit to let it get a few chapters out too. So I might just like.
It's getting boring to you too.
No, it's not enough. Every time I read it, it's like that wasn't enough. For
Well, that's
chapter.
what I'm saying. I'm like,
it's-
what the fuck is going on?
so
Like, give me more.
I'm so intrigued. I'm so into it right now.
You're
Like,
into it, bro.
I've reread chapters multiple times now.
Damn.
Like that. I can't say that.
That's why you don't have time. You got to stop rereading shit
I got it. Well, and
rewatching it.
but I'm
Just
also
watch
trying to-
new shit.
I'm trying
Read
to
new
finish
shit.
Shamo still. I'm still reading My Hero. I'm reading the reissues of Rurouni Kenshin. You know, there's other stuff.
That's cool.
So I might throw Bluelock in there, but
You got to. Well, let me know.
there's a lot to read. Thankfully, I can binge some of it.
You
So,
can.
Yeah. I think this anime is going to cover about 70 chapters or so.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I loved like Bachiro's backstory was super well done. I felt like I loved that it's like his mom is like this amazing like free spirit kind of like artist, painter, or whatever.
She's kind of like a hippie. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was like thinking.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like just like
Yeah, super carefree.
yeah, and very much loves her son and very much
Encourages. And
encourages like, hey, like what do you like about this thing? Then that's like what you should be doing.
I think it's so interesting because I feel like his monster takes the shape of his mom a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like the monster is never like a monster. It just wants to play with him.
right.
And
And that's how he's gotten so good.
But I think it's interesting that like oftentimes he's just kicking the ball to his monster and it ends up being the right play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's not like that so much. Maybe it's just like instinct or something. But like the way it's implied is that the monster is doing what Bachira would want to pass in his peak, and no one's been able to keep up with Bachira basically.
Right.
To keep up with the monster, which we're gonna say is like Bachira's intuition or instinct, right?
Yeah.
And the first time someone was able to do that was when Isagi decided to not kick the ball at the guy that hurt his ankle in the first episode,
Right.
but instead go for Bachira.
Yeah.
Like to actually go for, because I keep forgetting he went for Bachira first.
Yeah.
before he went
Which is
for
fair
Kira.
because he's like I honestly think that Isagi's like that dude's the strongest guy in the room. And
Bachira?
yeah.
I think so.
And so he went after him, and then Bachira's like, "Oh no! Like we're gonna keep this going, and like let's get this motherfucker out."
think-
Who also is
dude.
objectively probably
Kira?
yeah, he was also one of the best.
I think
in that
Kira's
movie.
really good too. It's hard to say now because we didn't have the
We didn't have all
possibility to
this
see
stuff.
him
Yeah, yeah.
evolve or find out what his weapon is. You know,
Right.
But like Bachira, I think there is a very strong argument that Bachira was the best player in that room. I mean, he's the whole one who like started the whole evolution thing in that match against Team Y.
Yeah.
Or Team whatever V. I can't remember what team it was, but he's the one that kind of evolved first, and then that inspired everyone else to evolve.
Yeah.
So like, there's a very big argument for that. Sorry.
Very true, man. No, I loved it, dude. Again, seeing him as like a little kid growing up, it gave me a lot more. It also was nice because I was like, okay, cool. This is like main character ish backstory instead of like they're just gonna toss him to the side,
yeah.
So I was like, which again, obviously, but sometimes again with the show, you just never know. I am surprised. Even though I think I also called this that they were gonna face them immediately when
You
they
were
got
right.
here.
You're right. I thought they were going to 5-on-5, and that was going to be the crowning. That
So
was it.
this has me even more surprised. I have no idea what to experience. They got fucking wiped last time, and that's when they had Bajira. Now Bajira is on their side.
1-5, but it was 3v3, and there was no Baro, there was no Chigiri, and there was a lot. Like you got to remember when their first match, Isagi had no idea about like devouring Baro and like emulation and copying techniques.
Yeah.
Like he had no idea how to even chemically react to Nagi or any of his future teammates. So he is like the level of progression that Isagi has had in 2 simple matches
is a lot.
Insane,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's been played out, I think, in a good anime pace. Obviously not real life.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like I think Isagi, Nagi, Chigiri, and Baro might wipe the floor like against them might like wipe the floor with them for like the first half until like Rin gets serious and evolves.
Well, what would be fun is
Rin's gonna evolve in this match.
you think Rin is going to,
yes.
and then you think they're going to lose?
No, I think they're gonna win.
You think they're going to win?
I think they're gonna win. I think
You think they're going to win, and you think they're going to take Rin instead of Bachira? Oh, okay.
I think they're going for Bachira. I think Rin is gonna move on no matter what. I just don't think Rin is as good as he thinks he is. I think he's fantastic. I don't think he understands how to work with a team.
Maybe this will be the nail in the coffin to make him wake up.
Well, I mean, the same way that Baro needed to be woken up, right? Like,
yeah.
Baro needed to be inspired to actually change and become better. And the piece was Isagi. It's always been that way. But I also think that Bachira is going to evolve in this match to be better than, I don't want to say Rin, but at least the other two guys.
No, he's for sure going to like, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a part of me that is so curious as to what would even happen if they won and then they took Isagi.
Yeah, that's actually like
that would be a pretty interesting.
Friend of the podcast, Zach, had that same theory of like, hey, this is a possibility too. Like if they lose, they take Isagi, and now Isagi has Bachira back.
But would Bachira respect him as much if he lost to him? Because his whole thing is, especially with this last episode where he's like, which one do I want to play with? Like both excite him now. So now he has two people. Now Isagi is obviously, I think he's like, for sure, you, no matter what, are someone who I would follow. But this other person, if Isagi is being defeated, is a very good contender. So
yeah, I mean, he says he's different than Isagi, but like he's like kind of excited about it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Like, but even like with Rin and them practicing, Rin's still like super closed off to even like helping Bachira and training him up. You know what I mean, like,
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm excited. All I know is I just wanted to be Saturday already.
Yeah, me too.
God
I am
damn.
so excited for the first half of this first quarter, third. I don't know. I feel this match is going to be like 2 or 3 episodes. Probably 3 episodes, to be honest.
You think it's going to take the rest of it's going to end with what happens here? Because once they hit 5, they move on to the section.
Once they hit 5, they move on to the next section. And
so for sure, then that means that this is going to take it up. Or at least to the time to where they'll do what they did last, which I hope they do, which is kind of like, all right, you're here. Now this is what you guys have to do. And we're like, what the fuck? And then it's next season. And we'll read it.
I think probably 3 episodes for this match. Then we have an episode of like cleaning up and everyone else in the category and kind of showing how everyone else did. And then we have probably an episode or 2 left. And that's just going to be like the teasing and foreshadowing what's next.
Damn. All right. I'm ready, dude.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
This might be a longer than 3 episode game. Like, honestly, this game might be longer. Apparently, this next match, apparently all their commenters on the Crunchyroll page, sorry, on the Crunchyroll page, this match is fire. So, but again, they've all been fire. There's not been one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a time where I'm like, that was dumb.
There's not been one match of soccer in this anime that I've been like, that's all right. They've all been like,
all been good.
They've all been fantastic. That's the problem. They're all so good.
Yeah.
If I had to rank all these like matches so far, the one I put at the bottom would probably be the first Baro match with like when they were in the round table, the round robin.
Yeah.
But even that was like a good thing to like see like Kunigami score and have that, you know?
Right.
And then, but other than that, they're all fantastic. We should do an episode on like the best. We should do an episode on Bluelock once it finishes.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Anyways, I think we could talk about this for hours. But,
we could. It's very good.
Yeah.
I guess we done comments, you little you sussy bitch.
Okay. Got really hard there, man.
I was gonna say baka. And then I was like, that's a bad word, I think. And then I called you a bitch, which is also a bad word.
Baka just means idiot.
Yeah, but what kind of idiot?
I don't know. Depends how you say it. Depends how it's gendered. I don't know.
It's fair. It's a very fun
I'm jumping
word.
off your Wi-Fi because your Wi-Fi is not loading on my phone.
It does not load great in the garage.
Yeah.
That is facts. Even though it's right there, both of the things are in the garage.
It's just part of the area we're in, I guess. But I'm just trying to load the episode to pull the comments up, and it's not letting me do that. So we can skip comments this time.
All right, no comments.
There wasn't
you
anything
guys
crazy in there.
don't get any comments.
I want to say that I am fully annoyed by people that say claim your 24-hour ticket here, or only 10 minuters can comment on this or like this.
Or dude, Asagi's boobs are huge.
Dude, why are they all so pretty? Why am I what is this feeling in my tummy? Anyways, I would probably rate it at a 10 out of 10. So
10 out of 10 for me too, dude.
Yeah, okay.
10 out of 10 for me too.
It was almost
11 out of 10?
No. I mean, this is definitely the episode of the week for me still. But
think?
Buddy Daddy's got real close for me.
Ah, yeah.
I was real close to saying Buddy Daddy's top dog here.
I'm gonna have to say Tomo.
Realistically, like you're picking Bluelock, right?
Well, that summer episode was sick. Yeah, for sure, Bluelock.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Excellent episode.
You just can't beat it anymore.
Yeah, it's fire.
It's fire.
Well, that wraps up our anime discussion.
Yeah.
We are done for this episode. We are going to sign off now. Please make sure you keep up with us on Instagram. That's where we announce what we're doing for the week, if we're going to stream or not. So if you're a fan of us, if you like hearing us, we will post Instagram posts or stories that kind of dictate the time and like a link to the page as well.
Yes.
Please.
You'll also find all that stuff. We have the link in our description, and it will go to our YouTube page and all that kind of stuff. So
that as well, yep. But we'll be alternating streaming every other week, basically. So for a couple hours, probably on Tuesdays. So
I'll be doing it on YouTube instead of Twitch. For now, we can just see how it goes. And yeah. So
we love you so much. Thank you so much for listening.
You're the best around. No one's ever gonna bring you down. You're the best around. No one's ever gonna bring you down.